Today on EWE News, we will be talking about electronics and how they affect your society.
Yes, great idea, Trey. Just let me finish this game with Flappy Bird here.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a newscast here.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm letting my phone distracting me.
Okay, let's get into this newscast today. So, first of all, we've recently got info on a car accident in Washington Borough.
You mean the one with the car wrecking the other car?
Yes, you said it so perfectly, but no, there was a car accident that happened not long ago in Washington Borough. More details on the scene with
It
Bryce.
was a very serious accident involving the driver texting his girlfriend before the crash. In the text to his girlfriend, it said, "What do you want for dinner?" The man in the crash died from head trauma, so that's all I have to say. So back to you, Trey.
Thanks, Bryce.
What a horrendous accident in Washington Borough. At least only one person has been killed and no one else.
Yeah, poor man. He could have made many more accomplishments in life. But driving and texting had to be first. An average of 23% of all accidents are because of texting while driving.
That's not the worst electronics though. Yes, people are getting killed from distracted drivers, but what if electronics can give you a really big illness?
This illness is called cancer. Cancer has been a big issue for people that have gotten this illness and endangers your life and family.
It is very unbearable to see families lose a loved one. We have news from the Oscar family that just lost their 7-year-old named Jeremy. I am here with one of the family members of the Oscar family named Uncle Bob Joe.
Hello.
Uncle Bob Joe, can you tell us what it's like losing your 7-year-old named Jeremy?
It's just so hard because he was my favorite grandson, and all he would do was play this game called Blackbird on his phone.
Hey, that's my favorite game. Trey tells me I play it too much.
Well, one night he left his iPhone in his shirt pocket, and one night he woke up and he said that his chest was hurting, so we took him to the doctor and they said he had cancer. And 1 week later, it wasn't until we found out he was dying.
What a horrible story what happened to Jeremy. I feel so sad.
Yes, it's sad, Trey, but we have to move on with this newscast. Next, we'll be looking at violence with electronics and how it's been hurting our society and even our population.
That's a good topic, Gavin. We will be talking about a man named Nick Morris who has just been in prison for starting a school shooting because they were playing violent games that had been desensitizing him?
Desensitized.
Oh, okay. Meaning that when he was playing the violent video games, he realized that his feelings can't hurt and ended up doing in real life.
Well, I really don't like to talk about it, so let's just move on to the next subject.
Hey, Bryce. Hey, Bryce.
Come here, Bryce.
Hi, can I help you with this part? I just heard about something that had to do with cyberbullying.
Okay, so now we'll be moving on to cyberbullying.
Okay, so yesterday I found out on Facebook that someone was being bullied, and later that day, I found out that that person had committed suicide.
That's horrible.
In those messages, it said that you're so ugly and stuff like that, and no one likes you.
That's horrible.
That is so bad.
Nobody should have to go through stuff like that. If that happened to me, I wouldn't have to want to go through that.
Okay, well let's move on to our next and final reason.
Great idea.
Electronics may have a positive effect like schooling and fun, but they are also really bad. They can cause people to die.
Well, I think it's time to say goodbye.
I guess you're right. Well,
Goodbye, and see
Goodbye.
you next time here on
EWE News.
Channel.
Subscribe.
No. In those messages, it said, "Why are you so ugly and stuff like no one likes you, and you need plastic surgery because you're too ugly."
That's horrible.